Hello, this is Angie with thecountrychicottage.net, and I'm here today with a fun cupcake stand project. This is just a plain cardboard cupcake stand that you can buy at any craft supply store, and I'm going to decorate these other two tiers, like this top one right here. And I'm using labels from onlinelabels.com for this project. As part of a series, here are the two labels and sheets that I've been using. So I'm using fluorescent orange and fluorescent pink labels from onlinelabels.com. And this is part of a sponsored video craft series for craftyhangouts.com. So over 2 weeks, you can see tons of video crafts over on craftyhangouts.com that are all party crafts like this one. So I'm just going to grab some more of these triangle labels. And like I said, this is a cardboard cupcake stand, and I'm going to start in the back. And I'm just going to be putting these triangle labels on these tiers, overlapping, to cover up this edge. And if you start in the back, so I'm going to say that the front is where I have my bow with the baker's twine. So I'm going to start in the back. Just try to keep them as even as possible and alternate between your two colors. OnlineLabels.com has got a ton of different colors of labels in this triangle shape. So you can order the colors you need for the party you're throwing. I'm actually throwing a birthday party for my daughter, and she's a teenager, so she likes fluorescent colors. So we're just going with fluorescent orange and pink as sort of our party thing. And I'm just going to keep going around and just sticking these labels right to the tier on the cupcake stand. As you can see, the stand has sort of a scalloped edge. I'm just covering that up. So I'm going up to, there's a little tab here that holds this cardboard piece on. I'm going up to that tab, staying straight across. And I'm overlapping just so that that scalloped edge is covered. And just keep going around. So I'm ready for a pink one. And then when I'm done going all the way around this tier, I'm going to use some baker's twine and hot glue to sort of cover up the top edge of my labels, as you can see right there in my example tier. And then I've also made a few cupcakes to show off this cupcake stand a little bit. And in another video, I actually used these same labels plus some scalloped edge labels in these same colors. And I made a few cupcake toppers to go with this. So you can add those to your party. And again, any colors you choose. And those actually, I printed happy birthday on those. I actually have a printable on my site, or will have next week, thecountrychicottage.net, for those cupcake toppers. So you can make this stand and cupcake toppers in just a few minutes for an awesome birthday party. And this stand is actually sold with examples of how to decorate it on the front. So they intend for you to do a little something special with it when you purchase it. So it's just a fun, plain base to let your imagination run wild. So you could use these triangle labels or even maybe some small circle labels and make the whole thing polka dot. They make star labels as well, which I used for 4th of July craft, and there's some mini star labels, and they're really small, and you can get them in silver foil. So that would be fun if you're having a patriotic theme party. You could stick them all over this cake stand, or maybe like a silver wedding anniversary even. Be great for that. I'm just continuing on, and I'm almost back to where I started. And then I'll show you how to wrap this tier in baker's twine. Tie a little bow in the front. And I'll do the third tier off video. And you can see the completed cupcake stand along with my cute little cupcakes and their toppers on thecountrychicottage.net next week. So I am done with that second tier. You can see that. I'm just going to use some baker's twine. And this is orange baker's twine. And actually, sometimes baker's twine is tied in the middle of your roll. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, so start in the front, which is where I have this bow. So you can sort of pick where your front is going to be. Leave a long string and just use a little hot glue. And we're going to put it at the very top of our label line. And I'm going to squeeze this a little bit to get it flowing. And you want just a very thin line. This has been sitting there a while, so it's gotten really melted. But now it's coming. It's a very thin line. I'm going about, say, a third of the way. And then I'll add some more hot glue and go the rest of the way. And it's actually dripping just a little bit on me. Let me get a rag. Right in the front. I was prepped for this hangout a while ago. I should have started it. Okay, so I'm going to stick this baker's twine right in the hot glue. I'm going to go about a third of the way around. This will also help in case your labels don't want to stick to this cardboard. Help keep those in place as well. And then just go a third way more. Just run your glue all at once. It stays plenty hot enough just for this baker's twine. And then I'm going to finish up. Run it back to the beginning. I'm actually going to run it one more time again around. So you'll have, you're actually going around the stand twice. The second time you really don't have to use hot glue. You can just wrap it and hold it tight. And it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm getting back to the beginning with this strand of baker's twine, and now I'm just going to wrap it around. I'm going under those tabs that I talked about before. So if your stand has tabs, you can definitely still work with that. And then when I get back to the beginning, I'm going to leave another long string. And that's first to tie a bow. So I'm back to the beginning. 2 times around with baker's twine. And I'm just going to tie a couple of knots in the front here. And then a little bow. Cut the strings to where they look pretty. And I have another tier done. So one more tier and we are ready to party. So here's my cupcake stand with 2 tiers decorated with these labels from onlinelabels.com. And again, I have these cute cupcakes with different cupcake toppers, and you notice this one uses those same triangles. So everything's coordinated with just one purchase from onlinelabels.com for your party. And I'll get this third tier done and have a picture of this awesome cupcake stand up on the countrychicottage.net next week. And be sure to follow along at craftyhangouts.com for tons of label projects for your next party. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.